Alright folks, good morning from the local Lammermuir Hills. Got myself a new tent. This is the Asta Gear Fengyin 2. So I'm out just having a wee first look, set it up, have a wee play about with it. So I've been looking at this tent for a wee while now. You can get it out of AliExpress for about 60 quid. It's a pyramid style tent. Had a wee search in the old bit YouTube, but there isn't that much. But I found a video, Alan from Grey Hikes, he had it out overnight after seam sealing it in heavy rain. And it wasn't for him. So we got chatting on the old bit YouTube and he said he would post it to me. So Alan, thank you very much. Didn't even want a bean from it as well. Said he was going to cut it up anyway, but you know what I mean? I would have even gave you postage. So thank you Alan, that's most appreciated. So I sort of love the pyramid style tents. I've got my Lanshan 1 inner with me, and I've also got the Lanshan 4 Seasons inner with me as well, so I'm keen to have a wee play about with them and test them out. It comes in this 3F UL bag, but you also get a wee nifty smaller bag. I'm guessing when I'm going up the hills and stuff I'll put that in that. This will be its stuff sack, won't it? So originally these tents come with a cord that attaches down to the midpoint and then another cord that comes out there. But to be honest with you, that's a bit pointless because it pushes the vent right down. So you're better getting a new guy line right out. I've got another one there as well. So Alan kindly gave me 2 guy lines with the tent. I find these adjusters a bit of a pain. I might have to purchase the little plastic ones. Alan did say his ones come out in high winds as well. You can sort of see where he's seam sealed. So I might have to go over it as well. You can see there's plenty of room in the vestibule. So that's the Lanshan 1 inner in. I'm quite surprised it's not touching the Flysheet. Although I've had to peg out the 4 points. So obviously with taking this tent I've got to take more pegs. You can see it's sort of sitting up a little bit, I know, which is it's annoying. It is touching a wee bit. I'll probably have to do some mods, maybe put a bit of paracord up here and bring this down a bit so it's actually sitting better. The inner looks bigger than this tent than it does in my Lanshan 1. If it had more of these wee points, and one there as well, which would be perfect. Oh well. Plenty of room for me. I'm only 5'8" 8-ish, 7-ish anyway, so yeah, definitely have to do a wee bit of mods, but could be a good tent for me. The Lanshan 1 inner mesh fits better than this one. I've had to peg out the 4 points again. I could sleep in that definitely. It's just a pity there's no hooks. I'm sure you can get stick-on hooks somewhere. I don't know if Alan, you mentioned that in one of your videos. If anybody else knows, it'd be handy. But even so, I could still sleep in that in the winter. Yeah. Again, I'll have to maybe put a wee bit paracord up here and just drop the inner down a bit. Plenty of room in the tent for a wee short arse like me. Definitely need some sort of wee hooks. And there's plenty of room in the vestibule. On a par with the pyramid tent. I think I've only had this 4-season inner out once. April a couple of years ago. Camping on a Corbett, surprise, surprise, eh? And then the Monroe, Gilvain. Good wee trip that. So Alan seam sealed the tent, but he also said probably better give it another seam seal, which I will do. You'll see in the next clips, I actually had the tent up in the garden. I had it up 3 times before it eventually started to rain. I wanted to do a rain test. That was the specific reason for it. In my tent, looking for a biscuit. Yeah. That nice. A rain test and there's not much rain, eh? Cheeky. Come on in. Second pitch in 2 days. Doing the rain test. I put it up, then it stopped raining, but it's raining again. Sheltering for the rain. What? So having the tent pitched all day without any rain, it started to rain in the afternoon. And it hasn't stopped. Couple of issues as well that Alan mentioned in his video. It seems to be damp here at this T-junction. And on the stitching patches where the guy lines come out, yep, that feels a bit damp. You can see this one is damp in the middle but light, and this one's okay. So the tent material is a thin nylon ripstop with a 3000mm hydrostatic head. The weight of the tent is under 500 grams, probably roughly about 470, 480. It's not too bad. Add that with the inner and pegs, you're probably looking at around about a K, under a kilogram. Other features I like about this tent, it's got a 2-way zip, which is quite nifty. I actually thought about a wee local camp, but then it involves 14-15 hours in the tent. So I don't mind a autumn winter camp, but maybe if I'm planning a trek with pals up north somewhere, no going locally and just spending 15 hours in the darkness in a tent, maybe. So overall I'm quite impressed with this tent. I could get both Lanshan inners in here. Obviously a couple of mods, I need to get a wee bit paracord to bring down the inner a bit. And if anybody knows where I could get the wee stick-on hooks, they'd probably be ideal as well. But aye, for what, the price, it's around 60 quid for this tent on AliExpress. Can't complain, I suppose. If I had the money I'd get a dual mid, but they're a bit pricey. See, Steve Oots and Boots has got a dual mid daft, but he's tent daft. Mind you, so you Alan, eh? Grey Hikes and Robin. Tent daft.